Alright, so the finals, season 4. Now, I know a lot of people have been asking me things like, hey Fix, what map do you want to see? I'll kind of just play my only wish for season 4, and it's something that I've been saying for a long time. I will say that the theme of this season did kind of feel like it was taking away from, the original feeling or reason why we fell in love with the finals in the first place, right? And that was a feeling of a game show. So yeah, I just want to feel like I'm playing the finals again. And I feel that even though Season 2 was really, really good, it was a bit too soon, right? We were still learning about what the finals was. People were just kind of getting into the lore or understanding the game. I did warn this coming, but Season 3 really felt the most away from it possible. Now, okay, of course, because, I've had a ton of delays making this video, thanks to tech. But clicking this video up, I have bullet points, right, on what I want to talk about. There have been some song leaks, okay? And what I'll do for you is I'll just kind of play a little bit of King Oscar jamming out to one of the newest leaked songs in the game. Okay, now if this doesn't scream game show vibes, I don't know what does, okay? I feel like this is going to be an awesome damn season. And I know, again, I could say this every single season, right? Because obviously I'm involved around the world of trying to show off the finals. But it's something that I've been begging to have back in the game, and it kind of feels like Embark are doubling down on, what makes the game feel, the universe feel amazing. So, Embark, if that is the case, I love you. Back a few months ago when I kind of made a video talking about the finals, there were actually features that I wanted to see eventually, like sponsoring and a better player journey for actually having, let's say, fame as you proceed during the finals, your contestant career, right? You kind of want to feel like you're being taken into a universe where as you play the game, you gain more sponsors, you gain more fame, and you feel that evolving as you're playing. Okay, so I actually have some really interesting insights about the map, because I think that we're going to get a fantasy location. And I'll explain why, because I think I've kind of figured out the pattern on how Embark released their maps. So, for example, if we go back, right, the closed beta, when they released that was a real-world location. That was Seoul. The next map release, that was the open beta, and that was a fantasy location with Skyway Stadium. Then we had Season 1, back to the real-world location, which is Las Vegas. Then we had Season 2, which is kind of a fantasy location with Horizon. Then Season 3 was a real-world location at Kyoto. Right, so you can kind of see the pattern evolving here. We have real fantasy, and real, the last one was obviously Kyoto. I'm going to be saying that by, Season 4 by odds will likely be at a fantasy location, okay? Now, fantasy doesn't mean flying dragons, okay, and, castles and planetary warfare in the sky, okay? But it means that we have a lot more freedom than usual in terms of our map design. So I'm kind of hoping that the maps play well, obviously, but again, I want that game show feeling or something lore related, especially for my Easter egg boys in the Discord working hard as always. Much love to you guys. I think that for the game itself, maybe a way to actually spend VRs. We're all literally sitting at 3,000 out of 3,000 right now. So is there a way that we can use as currency? I said before, maybe something like a separate store similar to like the Mythic store in League of Legends or something. I don't know. Maybe you guys have some suggestions. I kind of want to see new weapons this season really contest the meta. I think that's actually super important. We want to shake up the meta. Like, sure, if you want to have the weapons be a little strong on release, just so then people can enjoy them, then go ahead, because obviously it gives you data to rebalance them, but let's not go LH1 strong here, okay? I'm thinking something like I previously suggested for the medium. I said bolt action, so again, something that kind of contests using the FGAR or the 1887 shotgun, but is not really acting as a sniper that much, right? So just in between all those variants. For heavy, I asked my community and it varied a lot. People were saying like a big-ass sniper rifle, which I don't really agree with. People were saying like a pistol, I had an idea of a flintlock, right? I think a flintlock would be so sick. But again, I don't think they can really mess up in this area with heavy, because it's such an important role and it's core to the game. There are so many different ways of playing heavy as well. Light needs something to really bring it back in line with the MMH or the HHM meta. But, will it be from a new weapon, for example? I don't think so. It's such a touchy topic around Light as a contestant, right? Because it's pretty damn strong in casual modes, because obviously you don't need to play as a team technically to punish people. But then when you go to the high-end ranked modes, it's kind of seen a lot less than average, right? And I'll be real, right? And I'll just kind of say to you guys, I don't have the answer on what we can do about Light, because Light, you cannot make everyone happy. There's this big tug of war between how Light should be in the game. Maybe like a new specialization or a new gadget to come in for Light as well. Kind of maybe something to help out with third partying. I really don't know what to add with gadgets as well, so I guess what I'm going to do is I'm actually going to leave this part of the video up to you guys. You guys know that I do try and respond to every single one of your comments. So I guess I could ask you guys, what new gadget or specialization would you want to see in the game in Season 4, if not Season 5? However, next up is, of course, the smaller things that I think the community would like to see. For example, Embark. Where's Las Vegas Power Shift? Okay, why not in-game Embark? Another is potentially some groundwork for a better social system. Again, maybe seeing some profiles for it to kind of like be able to track our matches previously with the history of them. Or, for example, be able to see a breakdown of our stats in the game career that's a little bit more in-depth than the career one we have now. I think it's a bit too overall. I would like to see a breakdown per season, for example. Obviously, as you guys know, I would love to see more customization to private matches. Again, I've spoken on this stuff before, but being able to kind of change up settings, for example, and obviously changing our spectator mode can give us like more features. I'm just kind of hoping though that we do get something a little bit different now to World Tour, because I can kind of see that mode being turned into like a casual mode for players who just kind of want to progress. And then obviously within World Tour now this season, when the cash out tournament is ranked, what they can do is add special events within World Tour, like the Smoking Guns event that we all love to play, or just kind of cool random events that kind of shake up what's going on in the finals. While it may seem harsh at times, I do believe that a bad critic will say that everything is fine, just to kind of stay in your good graces and, keep the hardcore players that even watch my videos happy, right? But a good critic, however, will highlight areas where you can improve, even if they take the hits and it's not well received. These are just my thoughts, and I respect that obviously not everyone will agree, but many of my viewers appreciate that I don't just, pick a side or become a yes man for the game. I really do value hearing both sides of the discussions, because if you guys are in my Discord, some of you guys know some of the hours that I'm up working on videos, because, I bleed this damn game. And, unfortunately, we live in a world where people do take criticism way too far, and it wasn't justified, especially at the start of the season. But, even like an example, right? There's a small thing with the game. Like, let's say someone died to an XP54. So, like, the XP54 is OP, so, it makes the whole game bad overall. But, I still think that this game is the best casual FPS game out there and has solidified its position as the #1 best casual FPS game out there. Sure, competitive obviously needs work, but even as Embark said, this game was not made to be esports ready. I see some people saying, oh, how is this an esports ready game and it has this? No. The game is not there yet, okay? Will it be in the future? Do I believe it will be? Of course. That's why I do casting for the game. That's why I love, doing analysis on the competitive side of the game. But it's just going to take time. It's not even been a year yet since the game has been fully released since Season 1. So if you didn't see my announcement, obviously I'll be co-hosting the Season 4 reveal at TwitchCon. Thanks to Embark actually inviting me out there. So I'll be alongside our Giga Chad, Oscar, trying to contain myself watching the Season 4 gameplay and trailer. That's on the 20th of September 2024, by the way. But I think the only thing I'll say is that Season 4 will prove to you guys that Embark are listening. Sure, maybe not with very, very specific things, but I'm talking about averages here. I'm talking about the overall. And I kind of say, like, sometimes we need to take a step back and just really appreciate what we have in front of us, okay? This is not a title which is clawing us for every single cent, subscription-based, for etc., all that stuff. Like, it's a free-to-play game at the end of the day, and I think people forget that. Sure, some frustrating things happen, like, for example, cheating, etc., etc. Unfortunately, these things are happening around every single title right now, and there's nothing much we can do about it. But I just kind of feel like Embark are on the right track, and I'm really excited to see what's going to happen in Season 4, and I feel like Embark know that they've cooked something good for us. Please feel free to write in the comments as well about why you'll be returning to the game next season as well, and maybe some things that you think to improve on for Season 4 as well that Embark could do. Again, you guys know that I always love hearing from all of you. Much love as always. Again, my name has been Thix. Thank you guys so much for the, congratulations and the support, etc. It's been super awesome. I've been really draining myself lately, and it's like sometimes when, I'm really struggling, just like the support from you guys really keeps me going. So thank you so much from the bottom of my heart. I'm definitely ready to put on a show for you guys at TwitchCon. And as always, my name's Thix, and I'll see you on the podium.
Oh, amazing. All right. Anything you want to say about the music before I kick you out so we can continue playing the game?
No.
No, that's it.
That's it.
Well, you heard it here, folks. It's going to be grand. It's going to be big. And the show is back.
Welcome to Season 4.